Hi everybody, welcome to Key Wisdom Tarot. My name is Ruth and I'm your Reiki Master and Tarot Reader, and today I thought I would just do a quick video about the number 7 now and the cards related to the number 7 because they are coming up quite frequently in this month and in the readings that I've done. So if you haven't already checked your love readings for October or the pick a card reading that I'm uploading today, check those out and you'll see a high instance of number 7s. And if you read the description box below this video and below the other videos that I posted this week, you'll see mention of the number 7 as well. So I thought I'd do a video just to give those people a little bit more information about these cards. Just a quick shout for the deck on this large deck. This is the box. People ask me what this deck is and I don't know. I bought it locally. I didn't order it online, so hopefully that will help you. I don't know what it's called or anything like that. Okay, I keep sharing it because I can't remember what person when they asked me, the viewer, a while ago. Anyway, so the number 7. I mean, first of all, I don't know whether you know this, but obviously I do. I use the numerology and the tarot are obviously linked because that's why the cards were given or the energies were given assigned the numbers that they are, and some of them have changed over time slightly, and it might be different in other people's decks, but these are the energies of the number 7, and it's so important and significant to look at this. So first of all, I always go to the Tree of Life. That's the first place I always look to understand and meditate on the meaning of a number. And if we look at the Tree of Life, the number 7 is endurance, is titled Endurance. And it's really interesting because the number 7 is about our drives and our instincts, our desires and our passions, and finding your balance between those two things. So finding the balance between your drives and your passions and giving enough weight to that, or ultimately or alternatively not being taken over or overcome by the weight of your drives and your passions, or by that focus. It's really a number of finding our balance, and ultimately one of the ways that I've looked into it is about the difference between what's natural to us, what do you naturally think, what do you naturally feel, what your nature is, and also the contrived, the plans, the way that we are not authentic in our lives, the ways that we don't show up authentically in our lives. And it's about that balance. People ask, I was in Ibiza. Oh, it was so good. I was in Ibiza earlier this year for the 7th time. And I was chatting to this guy. Anyway, I was talking to somebody and he said to me, "Why do you meditate?" And I mean, I won't even tell you the setting of this conversation. But it was hilarious. I was looking fabulous, darlings. But anyway, he was like, "Why do you meditate?" And that is why we meditate. We meditate to find that balance between our natural instinct, our natural sense of self, our soul, basically, and what is created. It's kind of like nature and nurture. We can learn behavior. We can learn to think of ourselves or of other people or of life in one way, and we learn that as we grow up or as we live our lives, as we go through experiences. But actually, you were already fully formed when you came into this world. And meditation helps you to see that. It helps you to bring out your nature. It helps you to bring out your natural desires and who you naturally are, who you instinctually are. And the number 7 is about finding that balance. Now, these are the Chariot cards, and this one is very, these basically represent yin and yang, if you will. And yin and yang are representative of masculine energy, masculine force, and the feminine energy, the feminine force. And we all have that within us. We all have masculine energy and we all have feminine energy. The difference between the two, masculine energy is about movement, about taking action. So we can all take action. We can all be moved into action and activity. That's a masculine force. And the feminine aspects of ourselves is about the understanding our feelings, our emotions, giving and literally understanding. So on the tree of life, actually, the feminine is understanding. That is what it's actually called. And it's about our wisdom, our understanding, how we gain that. So that is yin and yang. And it's about, again, that balance. The number 7 is, again, about that balance between your feelings and your actions. You know, what you feel, who you feel you are, what you feel you are, and how you act and how you behave. How different are those two things? How similar are those two things? When we experience the number 7s, we're forced to look at those things. It brings those things up for us. Incidentally, the 7th house is actually related to the planet of Venus and the sign of Libra. Libras, happy birthday, Libras. It's your birthday season this month. And obviously Libra is literally about balance. It's about balance. Do you know what I've just realised? I keep saying, I don't know why number 7s are so important this month. It's because we've got the sun and the moon. We had new moon in Libra, which is the 7th house. And also the sun in Libra. So that's why I've just literally caught on. Oh, okay, Ruth. Anyway, so that's why the number 7 is so significant for us, because it's about finding our balance, finding our equilibrium. I feel like I'm repeating myself with this. If you look at the details below, and I talk about how September affected us, it just felt like karmically we'd be coming into this energy of trying to find our balance, re-establishing our balance, finding a new way forward from what we learnt. You know, those two things, the nature, who we are, and the nurture, what we've learnt about who we think we are and all that type of stuff, about those things coming more in sync. And that's experiences that you go through. Sorry, I didn't even show you the cards. So these are some of the cards these are the number 7s in the deck. So I just picked this one because whenever I see a black person on a tarot card, I'm like, yeah, go. There are loads of them, but I don't own them. There are plenty out there. But it's just always cool to see one. But actually the reason I'm showing you is because we can see the unsteadiness of this chariot on here. We can see how he's not 100% steady. He's sort of still trying to get the reins, whereas on this card everything's sort of chilled and fine. So that's why I'm showing you the differences here, because this one I think really clearly demonstrates that the battle that we go through within ourselves, you know, situations, circumstances might arise and need to arise for us to achieve balance, for us to understand how far away we are from our true selves. And that's why I told you that story about meditation. Meditation brings us into alignment with who we truly are, brings us into alignment with instinctually who you are, naturally who you are, in your most natural state, without before we become jaded by life and experiences. And even after we become jaded by life and experiences, we still have to recognize that within us we are whole and we are complete, and life is all about an awakening. So that's why I mentioned that meditation story. So let's quickly just look at the different number 7s in the pack. So we've got the 7 of Wands, Cups, Swords, and Pentacles. So if you think about the properties of each of the elements, we've got fire, we've got water, we've got air, and we've got earth here. So, you know, this can be unruly. You know, the element of fire can be unruly. You know, again, the fire is in a way it's not hard to... It can be controlled and contained, or it can go wild. Do you know what I mean? And so the element of the 7 of Wands is really about, again, that nature of yours, standing up for or embracing really, embracing really that part of you, those parts of you, those parts of you that you cannot control. That's just naturally who you are. That is just your nature. And it's about really recognizing that and the significance of that. If we didn't have fire, where would we be in this? I mean, we wouldn't be here, would we? Let's face it, we wouldn't be here if our ancestors didn't discover fire all those years ago. So when you get the Seven of Wands, it's saying you're realizing who you are. You're seeing it. You're recognizing it. And you've got to realize and stand up for what's natural over what is contrived. That's what this card's saying for you. With this card, with the balance or trying to find that balance, trying to understand your desires, trying to understand your passions, it's difficult because it's all clouded with the emotion of the water energy. It's all mixed up. If you think about the properties of water, you know, every time water touches any surface in the universe, any surface on the planet, that fingerprint never leaves the water. The water flows and everything is mixed up and everything. It's like a continuous cycle with water. So with number 7 and that cycle and that trying to find that balance, it's just confusing. We can't even locate a place to stand. But the challenge of the Seven of Cups is about accepting that. It's about realizing that I do not have any clues and ideas. I am all shaken up. Everything is moving and I can't make sense of anything. And that's fine to say and fine to understand. And again, that's something that you have to recognize that you're experiencing with this one. Okay, I'll come to the Seven of Pentacles next. The Seven of Pentacles is Pentacles energy is about the practical efforts and energies that we put into building things in our lives, the steps that we take to get into the goals that we want. With the number 7, it's about, this is where we have done things, we've worked hard at things in a contrived way. We've done it because that's what people do. You know, yeah, you should give money to charity, you know, yeah, you should, I don't know, whatever it is, I don't know what it is. You should give money to charity. Yeah, you should always say please and thank you. Whatever the rules in life are, I don't know, whatever. And you've done those things and you don't feel fulfilled. You don't feel any good, any better, because naturally you realise and know that it is contrived. It's a waste of your energy because you're only doing it because it's what's expected of you, or it's because it's what you're used to doing, or it's because it's what other people do, or it's because you don't know what else to do. So you just put your energy into doing something for the sake of it. You just keep trying to do something and you're not getting anywhere. And it's because you're not realising that it's not truly in your nature to do that, or it's not truly serving you to do that, and you know it. You're really going against yourself in some ways with the Seven of Pentacles. But again, it's an experience that we have, and it's one that's necessary, because sometimes, as I said, you know, it's like I don't know how to talk about giving to charity. I mean, everyone gives to charity. You should, but you shouldn't give to charity just because, or I won't say that. You shouldn't give to charity just because everyone else gives to charity, or because, you know, or that's what you're meant to do in life. Don't give for no reason. Don't give because if it's not truly what you want to do, then don't bother doing it. And I think that because it's us that judge us, it's not the universe that doesn't judge us. You know, it's we judge each other. So we put these obstacles in each other's ways, and that is exactly what's meant to happen. We're meant to put these obstacles and these judgments in each other's way so that we can grow and learn. But that is what the Seven of Pentacles is. It's like this futility. It's futile. You're not getting anywhere because you're putting your energies practically into something like, so you're putting your energies into this job or into this relationship. You're putting your energies into something that truly isn't in your nature, and you know, you're not getting any fulfillment out of it. You know, that's what the Seven of Pentacles is. So it's like finding that, it's like understanding that with the Seven of Pentacles, and that's why you feel down, and not down, but it's like you just feel like, well, I've done all that and I don't feel any better. I don't feel like I've gained anything. You have gained something. You've gained that chunk of knowledge, that information that actually this doesn't serve me. Yeah, so that's something that helps you. That experience helps you to find that balance, like all the cards do. Okay, and finally we've got the Seven of Swords. Now this one, this card, man, this has come out a lot, and in the reading. So as I said, check those out if you haven't already. This has come out a lot in the readings, and the reason it's come out in the readings is because a lot of us have come into realizations at the end of in September. A lot of us have started to really see where we lay. I keep quoting myself. That's a line in a poem that I wrote. I keep quoting it, but it's necessary in this instance because this is literally the type of stuff that we do. This is fooling yourself in your mind. This is not being honest with yourself, or not even being lying to yourself, like blatantly, like telling yourself that you're happy when you're not. You know, telling yourself that you're okay about something that's happened when you're not. Trying to keep the peace, that's what this Seven of Swords is about. Now, people talk about it as a kind of trickery, you know, manipulation. And yeah, it can be when other people, you know, depending on the spread, blah, 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 blah. But for how this affects you as an individual, it's about realizing that, so say, for example, there's somebody that no, I'll talk about a job. So, for example, there's a job that you want to go for, a promotion. So I always use teaching as an example because obviously that was my profession. So I'll just use that as an example. So, say for example, you are. I'm laughing because I literally had this experience when I was a teacher. Anyway, so you're in this job, you're teaching, you like your job, you like the people that you work with, but deep down inside, you know you've got other ambitions in your life, and you know there's other things you want to do. And then a promotion comes up at work. And you're like, I'm going to go for this promotion. And you literally put all your energy and effort into applying for it. You know, you do all the work that you need to apply for this job. You need to keep going. And whilst you're putting all these hours into this application form, in your heart, you know that you don't want no promotion, man. You don't want to even do this job in the first place, yeah. But you keep telling yourself in your head, no. I'm going to be really good at this job. Oh, yeah, I think I'm going to be fabulous. I'm right good. Oh, I love what I do. Blah, blah, blah. But really, deep down, you know that you're like, get me out of here. But you're just not strong enough. That's the energy to leave you. That's kind of the energy of the Seven of Swords, how it affects you, how it impacts on your life. Personally, it's like that energy of kidding yourself, telling yourself lies in your head. Like, basically, because you are trying to avoid your nature. It's scary to say, for me as an example, all right, I'm gonna, forget my degree, my master's studies, forget that. I'll just read tarot. I'm just gonna read tarot online. I've done all, and so you don't want to accept it. You don't want to, like, this is what this is. You don't want to accept it in your brain that this is not what I want. You don't want to accept it. So you kid yourself and you lie to yourself and you tell yourself, oh no, I'm only thinking that because I'm a bit sad today, or because because I had a rubbish lesson or whatever it is. But that's the energy of the Seven of Swords. So it makes me, I'm laughing because, oh my God, the times that I've we've all felt all these, haven't we? But the times that I've done that where I know that this person is not a good one. You know what I mean? Like, you're like, nah, man, I'm getting a bad vibe here. But you're like, no, no, it's all fine. I'm just telling you, you're lying to yourself. And I do it. We all do it. So that's the energy of the number 7. And I'm glad I did this video because, as I've said, it took me until now to realise and to recognise that the 7th house is related to Libra and to Venus. And that is why the number 7 has been so resonant for us all this month. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed that extra little video. And as I said, if you haven't already, you can feel free to check out your love reading for October. I'll be posting additional readings next week, your bi-weekly readings, and then I'll go on for normal from November. And you can, if you subscribe, you can have and click the bell below, you can have notifications. And obviously I always write a little bit of information about all this stuff below as well, so obviously check that out. And excuse me, follow me on Instagram, Facebook, Key Wisdom Tarot, and for your private readings, it's kiwisandtarot@gmail.com. Thank you very much for being here. Have a lovely October, and I'll see you all soon. Bye.